Hello, everybody. Another episode of True Sustainability. I'm Brian, and I just want to show you this beautiful rosemary. It's Tuscan blue rosemary. Very, very hardy rosemary plant. I picked this one out. It is from Lowe's. So this girl right here is nice and hardy on the branches. Very, very thick green rosemary with a very, very, very strong scent. Oh, it's so beautiful, and it smells so good. Look at these nice insects just coming all over it because it just smells so good. So I'm putting it next to my basil plant and my lantana. So these get a lot of activity with all of the bees and different butterflies and pollinators that come by to these plants. So this kind of section here is in different parts of this. I'm going to try to grow out more herbs and just make this corner my herb section. Probably put some chamomile for some chamomile tea. Probably put some oregano, some other herbs that will be really good for us. So rosemary is something that we like to use on Thanksgiving to give it a really, really good flavor to the turkey. My wife definitely marinates the turkey with this rosemary and some chicken bouillon and different things like that. So it gives it a really bold flavor. This can be used in a lot of different ways. And just letting you know what I'm doing here with the soil. So I went ahead and dug out a hole here, definitely bigger than the plant. The dirt has changed quite a bit. So this smell is what gives away soil health, I think. The smell of the soil and the way that it clumps up together and holds its shape. A lot of different things. It may look like the same color, but it's not the same. It doesn't smell the same. It doesn't react the same. And so the dirt that I've had before, it doesn't have that smell. It doesn't have that aroma. And between these really healthy plants, because I've been preparing the soil, because the soil hasn't been disturbed in this area, and all these plants are just coming in so vibrantly and putting off their root system and communicating with each other through those root systems. These plants being close together, that makes them really happy. They get enough sun. The sun shifts in different time frames, so it's definitely going to be happy. So what I've started out here with is I'm going to loosen all this up. I'm going to take it out of its pot, and I'm going to then put it in the soil, and then we're going to cover it back up with the dirt that I took out. And I went ahead and raked around and make a nice perimeter here of rocks, because that also helps shield out some of the different things that come in, like weeds and stuff like that may overtake the space. And it also helps with water retention. So everything that comes in here acts as a small basin to be able to absorb the water. So we'll go ahead and flip this upside down. We're gonna reveal these beautiful roots. I mean, there's just a ton of these roots, and we want to go ahead and separate those roots. We don't want this to be root bound down at the bottom. So we want to get a good separation and try to get these to come downward and around. So as you can see there, now when I loosen this up, that gives way to a bunch of space and aeration in between the roots, and it's not going to be so jumbled up, and it can have an opportunity to spread out and really take on itself in the ground and branch out and kind of intertwine with these other roots of these other plants, and then they will have the fungi that bring them nutrients to them, and the water will then be able to penetrate in through the soil, and it will be retained a lot better because all these plants provide a microstructure for each other. So I'm going to keep breaking these up a little bit. Make a strong foundation, you know, kind of loosen up the top, but not too much because you want to have that structure up at the top. And then kind of loosen from the inside out so you have a nice cascading root structure to kind of go downward into the soil. So I'm going to loosen these up on the side, try to get those to come out. All right. Now, these will have somewhere to go instead of just curling up into the pot. So they'll be nice and happy, and let those roots just sprawl out how they want to and find the different spaces in the soil to be able to penetrate. So that looks nice. We're gonna go ahead and break up this soil and fill in the spaces. And I'm gonna need to go get some more of the darker mulch and add it in here. So we'll just go for a quick pause. I'll go ahead and put another layer of mulch and we'll finish this up. All right, everybody, come and take a look at this mulch that I've been making. So that is just beautiful. Bunch of spaces for all of those insects and all those microorganisms to penetrate the soil and all that organic matter. It's a beautiful thing. So we're gonna go ahead and put that all around, and we're gonna fill the space with that, and then we're gonna cover it again with another layer of soil. And this time we're calling it soil because it is soil and not just dirt. So fill all those spaces up on the back side of here. I need to get it fairly high because that root structure goes pretty high up. And get some from the front. Nice structure for this to grow out on. Cover this up. All right, now that is now a good solid spot right here, and this will have an opportunity to grow out, and we'll give it some water, and that will be the finish of this. So there you have it, putting some rosemary in the ground. We're creating a section where these plants can be symbiotic together and work towards a common goal. So plants thrive with one another. And you can do the same thing. You can figure out what plants that you want together, what's gonna go well together, And remember, you are the change. You are sustainability. You can make a difference right in your backyard. And if you like my videos, like, subscribe, share them with your friends, and spread the message of sustainability. Have a great day.